People ask me all the time why they're not booking more gigs. People reach out to me on DMs, here on YouTube, they email me, WhatsApp me to ask me the very same question. Oh, Caroline, gigs are not coming in, or people are not responding to my emails, or I don't have enough gigs and I don't know what to do. And Rant coming. Like, honestly, Rant is coming. And I feel like so many people don't understand a few foundational principles when it comes to doing this full-time. If we're just meeting, my name is Caroline Ravn. I've been a full-time magician for the past almost 11 years. I also do YouTube because it's great and it's a lot of fun. I love chatting to a camera, which kind of makes me weird. That's okay. In this video, I just wanted to take a moment and make you understand a few different things when it comes to doing entertainment for a living. So as I said, I've been doing this for over a decade and I absolutely love it. Not too long ago, I wrote a book on the subject. It's called The Business Side of Show Business: How to Make a Living Doing Magic. We are changing the name, however. Long story. Anyways, this book is fantastic if you're looking to ever go pro on any sort of stage. Like if you're a mentalist, magician, public speaker, life coach, a musician, comedian, whatever it is that you do on a stage, this is your how-to guide. A few different things have kind of led me into doing this little rant video. You're welcome, by the way. What really triggered me was yesterday. I was talking to this guy, he's a magician that I know, that I referred a gig to. I refer a lot of gigs, and if you don't do this already and you're out performing a lot, consider referring gigs to other people and take a percentage. If you don't take anything else from this video, go ahead and just do that thing. Anyways, I refer a lot of magicians to gigs that I cannot take. It can either be I'm already booked on that date, I might be on a cruise, or whatever it is that I'm doing. More often than not, I'm out of their budget, which is, you know, lovely for me, I guess. But I do send a lot of these clients to other magicians. Usually it's people who are probably not as experienced that I am, or maybe, you know, there's a lot of family shows, kid shows, I do not even touch those. But what I noticed and what really triggered me the other day was that I get this form fill on my website. If you do not have a form fill on your website, good time to do so. Also, if you're getting any value of this, by the way, please give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share this with your friends, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then also turn on notifications so you know when I'm ranting next time. Moving on. What really triggered me was that a few days ago I get this form fill on my website. This client who wants to hire me for a gig next year, fantastic news. I am out of their budget, so I can't make it happen. So I reached out to a couple of people that I know, that I refer gigs to sometimes. This particular person has never taken a gig that I've referred, that I know of, because, you know, I usually get a percentage and sometimes people forget. Different video, different rant. So I get his information, I have the information of the client who wants to book, I make sure that he is available, I call the client. This is the first time the client is hearing from me, by the way. I make sure that I have somebody else ready in line to take this opportunity. So I'm not gonna waste his time and be like, oh, hey, I might have somebody, I don't know yet, you know, leave that away. Like, do not do that. Instead, what I want you to do, think of this as a normal business. Like, this is something you do. Take it seriously. That's something my therapist says to me all the time. And yes, everybody should have a therapist. But she says two things that I take away. One thing is, take yourself more seriously. Same thing goes for you and your business. And second thing is, if it feels like that, it feels like that. I don't know who needs to hear that right now, but if it feels like that, it feels like that. So what I do is that I find another magician who is available, and then I call the client up and I said, hi, first name, this is Caroline Ravn. You just filled in a form fill on my... Also, does this age me? How do young people... Because the heart thing is different. How do you do the heart? You used to do it like this, but now you do something... So then I call the client. I'm talking to the client, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm not available, unfortunately, but I do have another person who is available and he would love to do this for you. I said, I will connect you to over email. The magician also knows this. So the magician has this information. I will connect you over email. The client knows I'll connect you over email. And then yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I messaged the magician because it was like, it's been 2 days or something, 2 or 3 days. So I messaged the magician, I only sent one this time. I sent, hi, by the way, did you ever get in touch with the client? And he said, no, I haven't heard anything yet. And I was like, whoa, 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 but you did email the client, right? You did reach out. And he said, oh no, I thought he would reach out. And I was like, This is why I run a course on how to do magic full time. This is why I wrote this book. This book right here. I took the time out of my very busy and very calm, actually, very relaxing Egypt holiday with my family to sit down and write this, because I am so sick. I'm so sick of people not knowing how to do this. And when I started 11 years ago, when I started doing this full time, I had nobody to ask. Nobody wanted to teach me how to run the business side of show business. I could ask them, where can I find this glue? How long does a dove survive without oxygen? You know, all of those things we're happy to share. Happy to share. But we have never, I don't think there's like one more book, maybe possibly two, about how to actually run this as a business. And it really frustrates me because magic is the absolute best thing in the world. I love magic. I love making people happy and bringing them into my wonderful world. And why are we so protective of the secrets? There's so many people out there who would love to see a magic show. And just imagine that, how great it would be for people who are going on tour if every magician out there is doing a great job. Why am I ranting so much? But I really want you to understand this. This is not the only example of this. There is a way for you to do this more professionally. There is a way for you to have a better system in place. I'm not telling you to take my very expensive course that is like super transformational for you. And you know, I have the reviews to prove it and all of that stuff. 100% take it if you feel like that's the next step. But do yourself a favor if you want to do this full time. Either, you know, create a business plan and make sure you're reaching out to 100 people every day using Google Ads, at least $100 a day, or creating 100 minutes of content every day. Do all of these things. Also, make sure you have a clear offer. Make sure you have a website, a way for people to reach out to you. Make sure that you reach out to people all the time. Or if you want the quicker path to do this, get my book. This is the prototype, by the way. It's falling apart. There are 100 hard copies of these. It's also available as a PDF. It's a phenomenal book. It is literally everything I wish I knew before I started my business. Everything I wish that people have told me before doing this professionally. Let me just open up the table of contents for a second. First of all, we're going to talk about the foundations. We're going to talk about offer foundations and business foundations and how to actually think about this as a entrepreneurial journey for you, okay? And then we're going to talk about your tools. That's going to be your website and all of that stuff. We're going to talk about how you make money, how you use social media, how you book gigs, how you become pro, how to add value, and how you can make extra money as an entertainer. I feel like I'm out of breath. I wrote down so many different examples of things that I could talk about in this video, but I've already ranted for a really long time. But if you take away anything from this video, except for the thing that I said before, there are a few things you can do without paying me anything. Just by watching this video, possibly follow me on Instagram, possibly follow me here to get like more business advice for entertainers. A few things that you can take away right now. One thing is to make sure that you have a way for people to contact you. That's easy. So make sure you have a form fill or a phone number or an email address on your website or all the social media things that you're using. If you're not using LinkedIn already, who are you? What are you doing? If you want to check more LinkedIn videos, there is, I think maybe 4 or 5 in the description below. Go check those out. Those are phenomenal, if I say so myself. Also, please reach out to people. It's okay to reach out to people cold. Say that you want to work with them. That's totally fine. Work on your offers. Make sure you're clear on what it is that you do. It's also okay to say no to things. Yeah, shocker, right? But you can say no to things that you don't want to do anymore. I don't touch kids show. I have twins, if you don't know. They're turning 3 years old in a couple of weeks. I am not doing their party. That's not happening. Even if they're my kids, I'm hiring a person who's a great kids magician. I'm hiring him to do my kid's birthday party. He did, however, tell me to not book him this year, to book him when they're 5 years old so they can take something away from the show, which is phenomenal. Again, he said no. I was willing to pay him a lot of money for him to come and entertain my kids, even though I could do it myself, but I didn't want to do it. But he said no because he doesn't think that my kids are ready. Think about that for a second. He's been doing this full time for a really long time. I think it's like 25 years. Please Please, for the love of God, for the love of yourself, for the respect of your own business and your career, and for magic as an art form, please take the opportunity and time and chance to just take a new grip of your entire business. Even if you don't do this full time, if you do this part-time, if you do this, you know, a few gigs here and there, take it more seriously. Not just for yourself, for everybody, okay? And the higher we, as magicians, the collective magicians, the higher we can raise the bar of what the kind of magic that people are seeing at these events, the better it is for all of us, okay? So don't only work on your website and your, you know, the offers that you have, all of that stuff. Also make sure that you have a show that you can sell that you're proud of. And that when you're outperforming it, that the lowest thing that you do in the show is always raise that level. Does that make any sense to you? I hope it does. I really hope it does. I feel like I'm ranting so much, but somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it. Like, there's so many unprofessional things that I see out there. I see really bad show reels. I'm not saying that mine is the best. I'm seeing really bad photos. I'm seeing terrible websites that is all about me, 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 me. Book me, do this. I am really cool. I will not, you know, share anything about the customer experience. It's only me. Please don't do that. Take yourself seriously, and also the way that we can, as a collective, the more we raise the bar of the magic that people are seeing, and that we raise the professionalism of what people are seeing from magicians, the more respect the industry is gonna get. And the better, like the more people that see a magic show, the more people are gonna come to your tour when you're touring in 4 years. So, and there's this Swedish magician, his name is Labero. He's phenomenal. Like he has been doing magic for a really long time. I think he's like in his 60s. And we took a coffee chat like a few years ago. And he was like, Caroline, why don't you do kid shows? And I was thinking to myself, like, what are you saying? Because I mean, you're the illusionist, you only do tours, whatever. And he was like, if you don't do kid shows, who is gonna come see you in 25 years? Who is gonna book the tickets for your show in 25 years? That's an excellent question. That's a 100% excellent question, but I feel the same way about corporate shows. Like if you are not out there trying to do more corporate gigs, you're not gonna get your name out there. And when you put a poster up on the wall or like the subway or whatever it is, people don't know you, people don't know what you do. But the more people see you at corporate shows, if you do like open mic nights, whatever it is that you do, please just make sure you're out there being professional, being as fantastic you can possibly be when you're performing, but also don't forget about the business part. Do not forget about the business part. If you want me to help you, please, I would be happy to do so. This is truly on my wall. You can't see it here. It's on my, well, it's not on the wall. It's actually on the door. It's the first thing that I see when I close the door and first thing I see when I open the door. It says bring value. Because that's all that I want to do. I want to bring value for the rest of the magic community and the entire industry of entertainers, public speakers, content creators. Just make sure you're upping your professionalism. And we're almost at the beginning of a new year. Like, as I'm posting this, what day is it? I'm recording it a few days early. This is the end of October 2024. Of course, this is gonna be up here, laying here for a while, unless I change my mind and I take it down because the rant was just ridiculous and people are hating on me for this. Think about this. If you're watching this as it comes out, and if you made it through this video already and you're like, oh my god, I like Caroline, she talks too fast, but you know, she has some good points. Thank you. But it's about, what is it, October, November, December. I have 2 more months of this year. What can you do in these almost 60 days, a little more than 60 days, to make sure you have built a new foundation for 2025? Only you have the answer to that. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And hopefully you won't unsubscribe, so hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.